Imagine waking up every morning with an unshakable sense of purpose, a calm mind, and the quiet resilience to face whatever life throws your way. Picture yourself moving through each day with clarity and strength, unaffected by the chaos around you, guided only by an inner compass that keeps you grounded. This is the essence of a strong character, the foundation upon which a meaningful life is built. But developing such strength isn't accidental. It's the result of intentional practice, a combination of discipline, self-transformation, and the power to detach. The journey to strengthening your character begins with discipline. We often wait for motivation to push us forward, hoping for a surge of inspiration to help us tackle our goals. But the truth is, motivation is fleeting. It's unreliable, inconsistent, and rarely shows up when we need it most. Discipline, on the other hand, is a skill, a habit that can be cultivated regardless of how we feel on any given day. Discipline is about showing up for yourself even when motivation is nowhere to be found. It's about understanding that true growth and achievement come not from bursts of inspiration, but from the steady, unwavering commitment to your values and goals. By mastering discipline, you develop a character that isn't swayed by the whims of emotions or the pull of distractions. Instead, you become someone who moves forward with purpose, even when the path is difficult. Yet discipline alone isn't enough. To truly transform your character, you must be willing to undergo a deeper level of change, a transformation of the mind. Self-transformation is the process of shedding old beliefs, habits, and identities that no longer serve you and embracing a new way of thinking that aligns with the person you want to become. This kind of transformation requires introspection and courage. It involves facing the parts of yourself that you may have ignored, questioned, or even disliked. Through self-transformation, you learn to let go of limiting beliefs and replace them with empowering ones, creating a mindset that is resilient, adaptive, and capable of facing life's challenges with grace. The journey of transforming your mind is a journey toward inner freedom, a path that allows you to break free from self-imposed limitations and step into your true potential. Finally, the process of strengthening your character requires learning the art of detachment. We often tie our happiness, self-worth, and sense of accomplishment to external people and situations. But the strongest characters are those who can remain balanced and calm, regardless of what happens around them. Detachment isn't about apathy or indifference. It's about creating healthy boundaries. It's about caring deeply without clinging, achieving without letting success or failure define you, and being present without being controlled by outcomes. By practicing detachment, you build an unbreakable inner peace. You begin to see life from a higher perspective, where your sense of self remains steady, untouched by the fleeting ups and downs of external circumstances. A strong character is the result of these combined practices: discipline, self-transformation, and detachment. It's a foundation built on resilience, self-awareness, and inner strength. As you embark on this journey, remember that building a strong character is not a destination. It's a continuous process of growth and discovery. Each day, each choice, each moment of struggle contributes to the person you are becoming. And with every step forward, you're crafting a character that is unshakable, guided by purpose, and fully prepared to face the world with courage and clarity. In the timeless words of Friedrich Nietzsche, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." This powerful statement invites us to ponder the profound relationship between our purpose and our ability to endure, to persist, and to overcome. It suggests that the fuel of our motivation is not found in fleeting desires or momentary whims, but in the deep-seated reasons that anchor our existence. Yet, what happens when the clarity of our why dims in the face of routine, when the spark of motivation flickers and fades under the weight of daily grind? This is the challenge many of us face, finding the strength to continue working, to keep moving forward, when motivation is nowhere to be found. Our journey through life is seldom a constant high. There are valleys as deep as there are peaks high, times when the well of motivation runs dry. It's in these moments, in the silence of inspiration's absence, that the art of discipline becomes our guiding light. Discipline, often misunderstood as merely a rigid framework of self-denial or punishment, is in fact a powerful form of freedom. It is the disciplined mind that can navigate through the tempests of distraction and the doldrums of disinterest, steering the soul toward its goals with unwavering resolve. The importance of discipline extends far beyond the confines of personal achievement. In the tapestry of human endeavor, whether in the realms of education, career, or personal development, it is the thread that weaves together the patterns of success. It is the force that propels us forward when the winds of motivation fail to fill our sails, the inner strength that enables us to uphold commitments, to refine our skills, and to cultivate the resilience necessary for sustained growth. Yet, the path to mastering the art of discipline is not one of mere willpower or the suppression of desires. It is a journey that begins with understanding, the recognition of it as not only a means to an end, but as a practice that enriches the very fabric of our being. It involves the cultivation of habits that align with our deepest values, the setting of goals that resonate with our true selves, and the development of an environment conducive to focus and productivity. In exploring this form of art, we delve into the wisdom of ages past and present. Philosophers, sages, and thinkers throughout history have pondered the virtues of disciplined living, offering insights that remain profoundly relevant in our modern age. From the Stoics, who championed the value of self-control and inner tranquility, to the teachings of Eastern philosophies that emphasize mindfulness and detachment, the philosophical underpinnings of willpower are both diverse and deep. These traditions teach us that discipline is not a yoke to be borne begrudgingly, but a practice to be embraced with joy, for it is through this that we find the freedom to achieve our fullest potential. This exploration into the art of discipline is not a call to shun the joys of life or to view it as a somber march toward achievement. Instead, it is an invitation to discover the harmony between discipline and desire, to learn how this pursuit of our goals can coexist with and even enhance the pleasures of life. It is a journey toward understanding how, in the controlled moments of our days, we find the seeds of fulfillment, the roots of purpose, and the pathways to the profound satisfaction that comes from knowing we are fully engaged in the act of becoming our best selves. As we embark on this exploration, let us cast aside any preconceived notions of discipline as a mere tool for productivity. Instead, let us approach it with curiosity and openness, ready to uncover the deeper truths and practical strategies that can guide us through the challenges of working without motivation. Through this journey, we aim to not only illuminate the path to personal and professional development, but to inspire a renaissance of self-control that transcends the bounds of individual achievement and resonates through the essence of our collective human spirit. Building upon our foundational understanding of this art, it's crucial to differentiate between the concepts of motivation and discipline themselves, which, although intertwined, serve distinct roles in our pursuit of goals and personal development. Motivation is the spark. It's what ignites our initial desire to pursue a goal, driven by a combination of internal desires and external rewards. It's the feeling of enthusiasm and interest that propels us to start a project, take up a new hobby, or strive for a promotion. However, motivation is inherently fleeting. It waxes and wanes with our emotional state, the immediate environment, and countless other variables that can change from one moment to the next. Discipline, in contrast, is the steadier flame. It does not rely on the fluctuating states of our emotions or external circumstances, but is instead built on a foundation of consistent action, habits, and an unwavering commitment to our goals, regardless of the immediate rewards or our momentary feelings. While motivation can be seen as the reason why we embark on a task, self-discipline is the how, the method by which we continue to move forward even when our initial enthusiasm has faded. The reliance solely on motivation for productivity is fraught with limitations. Motivation is like the weather, unpredictable and changing, leaving us susceptible to procrastination and inconsistency when it fades. It's in these moments that the limitations of motivation become most apparent. When the initial excitement of a new project dissipates, or when faced with the mundane, repetitive aspects of our pursuits, motivation often falters. This is where this concept takes the forefront, offering a more reliable foundation for achieving goals. Discipline ensures that actions are taken and progress is made, even in the absence of motivation. It's the disciplined approach to work and life that results in the accumulation of small efforts over time, leading to significant achievements. Transitioning into the psychological underpinnings of this idea, it's essential to understand the roles of self-control and willpower, both of which are central components. Psychological research suggests that self-control, the ability to regulate one's emotions, thoughts, and behaviors in the face of temptations and impulses, is a key predictor of success in life. Willpower, closely related to self-control, is the capacity to resist short-term temptations in order to meet long-term goals. Both are muscles that can be strengthened over time through consistent practice. The development of self-control and willpower is crucial for discipline, as they enable individuals to maintain focus on their goals, resist distractions, and persevere through challenges and setbacks. Habits and routines play a pivotal role in building and sustaining discipline. They transform the exertion of willpower and self-control from a conscious effort into automatic behavior. By establishing consistent routines, individuals can reduce the mental load required to make decisions about when and how to work toward their goals, making it easier to maintain progress over time. This automation of behavior is key to developing this virtue, as it lessens the reliance on finite reserves of willpower and allows for the efficient allocation of mental resources. Furthermore, the establishment of disciplined habits and routines has been shown to have a profound impact on mental health and self-esteem. The regular accomplishment of tasks, adherence to personal standards, and the consistent pursuit of goals contribute to a sense of competency and self-efficacy. This, in turn, bolsters self-esteem and contributes to an overall sense of well-being. The psychological benefits of this concept extend beyond the mere achievement of goals, fostering a positive self-image and enhancing mental health. Individuals who cultivate this kind of willpower often report higher levels of happiness and satisfaction in life, as they are better equipped to manage their time, meet their obligations, and pursue their passions with consistency and determination. In understanding the nuanced relationship between motivation and discipline, and exploring the psychological foundations of this idea, we begin to appreciate the complex interplay of factors that contribute to sustained success and personal growth. Motivation sparks the engine of ambition, but it is this kind of willpower that steers the course and keeps the wheels turning, even when the road becomes difficult. The development of self-control, willpower, and disciplined habits not only propels us toward our goals, but also enhances our mental health and self-regard. As we delve deeper into this idea, it becomes clear that its value transcends the achievement of external goals, touching upon the very essence of personal fulfillment and well-being. Have you ever thought about how secure your online presence really is? In today's world, your personal data is constantly at risk, which is why I use Surfshark VPN. It's a simple but powerful tool that encrypts your internet activity, protecting you from hackers, trackers, and even your internet provider. Plus, it lets you unlock content from over 100 countries. Whether you want to access your favorite shows or bypass censorship, it's all just one click away. But Surfshark doesn't stop at just protecting your online browsing. They also offer Surfshark Alert, which actively monitors the web for breaches that involve your email, passwords, or personal information. If your data is ever compromised, you'll get notified immediately so you can take action. Use my link surfshark.com/successchasers or click the link in the description below and you'll get 4 extra months of Surfshark at an unbeatable price. There's even a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's zero risk. Take control of your online life today. Thanks to Surfshark for sponsoring this video. Delving deeper into the practicalities of cultivating discipline, it becomes evident that the strategies we adopt can significantly influence our capacity to maintain focus and drive, even in the absence of motivation. Among the most effective strategies is the setting of clear goals. The framework of specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound SMART goals is invaluable in this process. These criteria ensure that goals are not just wishes, but actionable targets that can be realistically pursued. Specific goals clarify what is to be achieved, removing ambiguity and focusing effort. Measurable goals allow for tracking progress, providing motivation through visible achievements. Achievable goals ensure that objectives are within reach, given current resources and constraints, fostering a sense of possibility. Relevance ensures that goals are aligned with broader life ambitions, providing a sense of purpose. Finally, time-bound goals create a sense of urgency and help prioritize tasks, making it easier to stay disciplined by providing a clear timeline for achievement. The importance of clear goals cannot be overstated. They serve as beacons of focus, guiding our actions and decisions. When goals are well defined, the path forward becomes clearer, reducing the likelihood of becoming sidetracked by distractions or discouraged by uncertainty. Clear goals provide a metric against which we can measure our progress, offering tangible evidence of our efforts and fueling our drive to persist. They help demarcate the journey into manageable steps, making the daunting task of achieving a significant objective seem less insurmountable. Clear goals are the compass that helps navigate the journey of disciplined effort, ensuring that we remain oriented towards our desired destination, even when the allure of immediate gratification tempts us to veer off course. Transitioning from the conceptual to the practical, establishing a routine emerges as another pivotal strategy in the cultivation of discipline. Routines are the scaffolding upon which this behavior is built, providing structure to our days and automating decision-making processes. By establishing a routine, we can automate positive behaviors, significantly reducing the reliance on fluctuating willpower and momentary motivation. Routines help embed productive habits into the fabric of our daily lives, ensuring that progress towards our goals becomes a part of our identity rather than a sporadic effort. Creating effective routines requires a thoughtful approach that aligns with personal goals and lifestyles. It involves identifying the times of day when we are most productive and designing our schedules to tackle the most challenging tasks during these peak periods. It also means recognizing and mitigating potential distractions, creating an environment conducive to focus and productivity. Furthermore, effective routines include built-in breaks to prevent burnout and maintain high levels of performance throughout the day. They are flexible, allowing for adjustments based on feedback from our experiences and changes in our circumstances. By thoughtfully designing our routines, we can create a powerful framework that supports our disciplined pursuit of goals, harnessing the power of habit to propel us forward with minimal friction. Developing self-awareness plays a crucial role in the effective cultivation of discipline. A deep understanding of one's own habits, triggers, and patterns is essential for recognizing the forces that drive our behavior and for identifying opportunities for improvement. Self-awareness allows us to observe our actions and decisions with a critical eye, enabling us to pinpoint the habits that serve our goals and those that hinder our progress. It involves reflecting on our productivity cycles, understanding when we are most likely to be productive, and leveraging this knowledge to optimize our routines. It's a call to engage in an ongoing process of self-discovery and adaptation. This process might involve keeping a journal to track productivity patterns, experimenting with different routines, or simply taking time to reflect at the end of each day. The goal is to build a heightened sense of self-awareness that can inform more effective strategies for discipline. By understanding our own unique rhythms and preferences, we can tailor our approaches to this virtue, ensuring that our efforts are not only consistent, but also aligned with the natural inclinations of our personalities and lifestyles. In the quest to integrate this concept into our lives, managing distractions stands as one of the paramount challenges that can derail even the most determined efforts. The modern world, with its incessant demands on our attention, presents a myriad of distractions. Both physical, like the constant pings of our smartphones, and mental, such as the worrying and daydreaming that cloud our focus. To navigate this landscape, developing strategies for minimizing these distractions is essential. Physical distractions, particularly those stemming from technology, require a proactive approach. One effective strategy is the deliberate segmentation of time, allocating specific periods for checking emails, social media, and other digital communications, outside of which these devices are kept silent or even physically out of reach. This not only reduces the constant interruption, but also reclaims stretches of uninterrupted time that are vital for deep, focused work. Additionally, the use of apps and tools designed to limit internet use or block distracting websites during work hours can help maintain digital discipline. Equally challenging are the mental distractions that can lead us astray. Techniques such as mindfulness and meditation have proven effective in training the mind to remain present, reducing the tendency towards unproductive worrying or daydreaming. Setting short-timed work sessions followed by brief breaks, a technique known as the Pomodoro technique, can also help maintain focus while providing regular opportunities to rest and recharge the mind. Creating a conducive environment for focus and discipline extends beyond merely minimizing distractions. It involves designing a space that actively promotes concentration and productivity. This can mean different things for different people, but common elements include a clean, organized workspace, adequate lighting, and perhaps the presence of elements that encourage focus, such as plants or instrumental music. Personal comfort is also crucial, as physical discomfort can be a significant distraction. Building willpower, like managing distractions, is a critical component in the building of discipline. The analogy of willpower as a muscle that can be strengthened over time is particularly apt, suggesting that with regular exercise, our capacity for self-control can grow. This process begins with small, manageable challenges that are designed to stretch our self-control without overwhelming it. Just as a muscle grows stronger through the stress and recovery cycle, so too does our willpower increase through the consistent practice of resisting temptations and pushing beyond our comfort zones. Incremental challenges might include resisting a small temptation that you would usually give into, or committing to a new positive habit for a short period each day. Over time, these challenges can become more significant, building upon the foundation of self-control that has been established. It's important, however, to approach this process with patience and to recognize that setbacks are part of the journey. Just as muscles can become fatigued and require rest, so too can our willpower be depleted, necessitating periods of recovery and self-compassion. The concept of willpower as a muscle also underscores the importance of nutrition, sleep, and physical health in maintaining and building self-control. Research has shown that poor diet, lack of sleep, and inadequate exercise can deplete our willpower reserves, making it harder to maintain this virtue. By taking care of our physical well-being, we can ensure that our willpower muscle is well nourished rested, and ready for the challenges we set for it. The cultivation of discipline is a multifaceted endeavor that encompasses the setting of clear goals, the creation of supportive routines, the development of self-awareness, the management of distractions, and the strengthening of willpower. Each of these strategies contributes to the foundation of a disciplined life, enabling individuals to pursue their objectives with resilience and consistency. By embracing these strategies, individuals can transform the art of discipline from a concept into a lived practice, unlocking their potential and achieving their highest aspirations. The journey towards building a life of discipline is fraught with obstacles, among which burnout and procrastination loom large, presenting significant challenges to maintaining discipline. Acknowledging these challenges is the first step towards overcoming them, as it allows for the development of targeted strategies aimed at mitigating their impact. Burnout, characterized by feelings of exhaustion, cynicism, and reduced efficacy, often results from prolonged periods of stress and overwork without adequate rest or self-care. It's a state where even the most disciplined individuals can find their reserves depleted, their motivation dwindled, and their productivity compromised. Procrastination, on the other hand, is the act of delaying or postponing tasks, a behavior that can undermine this virtue by creating a cycle of stress, guilt, and decreased productivity. Both challenges, albeit distinct, share a common feature. They can be mitigated through strategic planning and self-awareness. Addressing burnout requires a multifaceted approach. Foremost, recognizing the signs of burnout is crucial. These can include chronic fatigue, irritability, lack of satisfaction from achievements, and a general disinterest in work. Once identified, taking deliberate breaks becomes essential. These breaks should not only be short pauses to refresh during the day, but also longer periods of disconnection to allow for mental and emotional recovery. Incorporating activities that are rejuvenating and entirely unrelated to work, such as hobbies, physical exercise, or spending time in nature, can restore balance and prevent the accumulation of stress. Moreover, revisiting and potentially redefining goals can also play a critical role in overcoming burnout. Sometimes, burnout stems from pursuing goals that are no longer aligned with one's values or are too ambitious in scope, leading to feelings of being overwhelmed. Setting smaller, more manageable goals can help rebuild confidence and momentum, providing a clearer, more achievable path forward. These smaller goals serve as stepping stones, each accomplishment acting as a building block towards larger aspirations, reducing the likelihood of feeling overwhelmed. Procrastination, while often perceived as a lack of discipline or poor time management, can also be a symptom of deeper issues such as fear of failure, perfectionism, or lack of clarity about the task at hand. Overcoming procrastination, therefore, begins with understanding its root causes. Once these underlying issues are addressed, practical strategies can be employed to break the cycle of procrastination. One effective approach is the division of tasks into smaller, more manageable parts. This breakdown makes the work seem less daunting, with each small task acting as a more accessible entry point to get started, thus reducing the inertia that often accompanies procrastination. Another strategy is the use of positive reinforcement, rewarding oneself for completing tasks or making progress. These rewards can be simple pleasures, like a favorite snack or a short break to do something enjoyable, serving as an incentive to start and continue working through tasks. Additionally, the technique of setting artificial deadlines for personal milestones before the actual deadline can create a sense of urgency that helps combat procrastination. Seeking support from peers or mentors is another crucial strategy in overcoming both burnout and procrastination. Sharing challenges with others can provide new perspectives, practical advice, and emotional support, reducing feelings of isolation. Peers can offer accountability, helping to stay on track with goals and commitments, while mentors can provide guidance, encouragement, and strategies that have worked for them in similar situations. Finally, embracing flexibility and self-compassion is vital. The path to discipline is not about rigid adherence to plans, but rather about the ability to adapt to changing circumstances and to forgive oneself for occasional lapses. Recognizing that setbacks are part of the process and treating oneself with kindness can foster resilience, making it easier to rebound and continue pursuing goals with renewed vigor. Overcoming the challenges of burnout and procrastination is integral to maintaining discipline. By acknowledging these challenges, taking strategic breaks, setting smaller goals, understanding and addressing the root causes of procrastination, seeking support, and practicing self-compassion, individuals can navigate these obstacles effectively. These strategies not only help in sustaining discipline, but also in enhancing overall well-being and productivity, paving the way for a balanced and fulfilling pursuit of personal and professional aspirations. Embarking further into the intricate journey of building discipline, we encounter a pivotal element that shapes our entire approach to growth and learning: mindset. The concept of mindset, as explored by psychologist Carol Dweck, particularly the distinction between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset, offers profound insights into how our perceptions of ability and potential can significantly influence our capacity to integrate this principle. A growth mindset, the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work, emerges not just as a beneficial trait, but as a cornerstone in the foundation of this virtue. The importance of a growth mindset in building discipline cannot be overstated. It transforms challenges into opportunities, setbacks into learning experiences, and effort into a pathway to mastery. This mindset shift is crucial for several reasons. Firstly, it fosters resilience, enabling individuals to persist in the face of difficulties. When imbued with a growth mindset, the inevitable hurdles and failures encountered on the path to disciplined living are not seen as evidence of incapacity, but as integral parts of the learning process. This perspective encourages continued effort and engagement, even when progress seems slow or obstacles appear insurmountable. Moreover, a growth mindset catalyzes the development of discipline by changing how we view effort. In a fixed mindset, effort is often perceived negatively, as if the need for hard work signifies a lack of natural talent or ability. However, through the lens of a growth mindset, effort is reimagined as the engine of improvement, a necessary and valued component of success. This reevaluation of effort as a positive force eliminates one of the significant barriers to the development of this virtue: the reluctance to engage in sustained, challenging work. Rather than viewing it as a restriction or a punitive measure to enforce productivity, it can be seen as a liberating force. This kind of self-control, when rooted in a growth mindset, is how we realize our potential, transform our aspirations into achievements, and navigate the complexities of life with purpose and direction. It is through discipline that we gain the freedom to pursue excellence, to cultivate skills and habits that open new doors and enable us to tackle more significant challenges. This perspective on discipline as a pathway to freedom and achievement necessitates a shift away from viewing goals and ambitions solely in terms of outcomes. Instead, it emphasizes the value of the process itself, the daily practices, the incremental improvements, and the lessons learned along the way. This process-oriented approach aligns with the principles of a growth mindset, where the focus is on becoming rather than merely achieving. It encourages an appreciation for the self-control required to engage deeply with our endeavors, recognizing that mastery and fulfillment are the results of sustained effort and engagement. Fostering a growth mindset also involves cultivating an environment, both internally and externally, that supports continuous learning and development. This includes seeking feedback, embracing challenges, and surrounding oneself with individuals who embody the qualities of resilience, perseverance, and a commitment to growth. It means creating a personal and professional life that reflects the values of curiosity, openness, and the pursuit of excellence. In essence, the role of mindset in integrating this virtue is transformative. By adopting a growth mindset, we can reframe our approach to this concept, viewing it not as a series of obstacles to be overcome, but as opportunities for growth, learning, and achievement. This mindset fosters a resilience that is indispensable in the face of challenges, encourages a positive attitude towards effort and improvement, and ultimately unlocks the true potential of self-control as a force for personal and professional development. Venturing into the philosophical realms to deepen our understanding of discipline, we find invaluable insights within Stoicism and the philosophies of Friedrich Nietzsche, each offering unique perspectives on the essence and application of this concept in life's pursuits. Stoicism, an ancient Hellenistic philosophy founded in the early 3rd century BC, places a significant emphasis on virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and especially temperance, which closely aligns with the concept of discipline. Stoics believe in living in harmony with the natural world and understanding the limits of one's power, particularly emphasizing the importance of focusing on what is within our control. This philosophy teaches that while we cannot control external events, we can control our responses to them, a principle that underscores the role of self-control in managing our perceptions, actions, and emotions. The Stoic perspective on discipline is encapsulated in the teachings of Epictetus, who famously stated, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This sentiment highlights the Stoic belief in self-control and resilience as foundational elements of a virtuous life. Marcus Aurelius, another prominent Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, further illuminates this idea in his Meditations, where he reflects on this virtue in facing life's challenges, noting, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." These Stoic principles advocate for a disciplined approach to life, where the cultivation of an inner citadel of control and resilience allows individuals to navigate the vicissitudes of fate with equanimity and purpose. Transitioning to Friedrich Nietzsche's philosophy, we encounter a different yet equally profound conceptualization of self-control through the lens of the will to power. Nietzsche posited the will to power as the fundamental driving force of human beings, an innate desire to overcome obstacles, extend one's influence, and assert control over one's circumstances. Unlike the Stoic emphasis on acceptance and control over one's internal states, Nietzsche's will to power focuses on the dynamic and assertive aspect of human nature, the relentless drive to shape one's destiny in accordance with one's values and aspirations. Discipline, from a Nietzschean perspective, can be seen as a manifestation of the will to power. It is the means by which individuals exert control over their own lives, channeling their energies and desires into a coherent, purposeful direction. In this sense, it's not merely about self-restraint or adherence to external norms, but is fundamentally about self-overcoming, the process of transcending one's limitations, refining one's character, and achieving mastery over one's life. Nietzsche's idea of the Übermensch, or Overman, epitomizes this concept, representing an individual who has achieved a profound level of self-mastery and autonomy through the disciplined cultivation of their virtues and talents. Exploring the philosophical dimensions of this concept further, we delve into the ethical framework of Immanuel Kant, which presents discipline not merely as a practical tool for self-improvement, but as a moral imperative rooted in the concept of duty and moral law. Kantian ethics, with its rigorous emphasis on duty, autonomy, and the categorical imperative, offers a compelling perspective on this virtue as an ethical cornerstone of human action. For Kant, the concept of duty is central to moral action, asserting that actions are morally commendable when they are performed out of duty, rather than inclination or desire for personal gain. The categorical imperative, a key principle in Kant's moral philosophy, dictates that one should act only according to maxims that can be universally applied as a law. This principle underscores the universality and objectivity of moral law, elevating the role of discipline as essential for aligning personal actions with these universal moral principles. In this context, it becomes a conduit for the realization of moral law, guiding individuals to act out of a sense of duty rather than caprice or desire. Kantian ethics posits that true moral worth arises from controlled actions that are in harmony with moral law, irrespective of the outcomes those actions may produce. This view suggests that this virtue, when exercised as an expression of duty, transcends mere utility, embodying instead the inherent value of ethical action. The disciplined individual, from a Kantian perspective, is one who prioritizes duty over inclination, who acts not because of what they stand to gain, but because it is the right thing to do. This adherence to moral principles is what imbues actions with intrinsic value, reflecting a deep commitment to the ethical life. Moving from the deontological ethics of Kant to the virtue ethics of Aristotle, we encounter a different, yet complementary, view of discipline within the context of eudaimonia, or flourishing. Aristotle's concept of eudaimonia represents the highest good for human beings, achievable not through the pursuit of pleasure or the avoidance of pain, but through the practice of virtue. Discipline, in Aristotle's framework, is integral to this practice, serving as both the means and the manifestation of personal excellence. Aristotle argues that virtues are habits developed through consistent practice, requiring deliberate effort and ethical reflection. Discipline, therefore, is not merely about self-control or the suppression of desires, but about the cultivation of a character oriented towards the good. It is through this kind of virtuous action, guided by practical wisdom, that individuals can align their desires with virtuous ends, achieving a state of character excellence that contributes to a fulfilling and meaningful life. The role of this virtue in achieving eudaimonia is profound. It enables individuals to realize their potential not through external achievements or accolades, but through the development of virtues that constitute a well-lived life. Discipline, in this Aristotelian sense, is both the journey and the destination, a continuous process of self-improvement and ethical engagement that leads to the realization of one's highest self. It is the disciplined pursuit of virtue that allows individuals to navigate life's challenges with grace, to cultivate lasting relationships based on mutual respect and ethical values, and to contribute positively to the communities of which they are a part. As we draw our exploration to a close, we've journeyed through a rich landscape of insights, strategies, and philosophical wisdom surrounding the cultivation of discipline. From understanding the nuanced differences between motivation and discipline, to delving into the psychological underpinnings that fortify our resolve, we've uncovered the practical steps necessary for fostering an environment conducive to focused work and personal growth. The strategies we've discussed, from setting clear, achievable goals to minimizing distractions and managing our mental resources, are foundational to developing a robust framework for self-improvement. The philosophical teachings we've explored provide a deeper context, presenting self-control not just as a tool for achieving immediate goals, but as a pathway to living a meaningful and ethical life. Stoicism and the philosophies of Nietzsche remind us of the power of our responses to life's challenges, encouraging an assertive engagement with our circumstances. Kant's emphasis on moral duty and Aristotle's vision of flourishing through virtue ethics enrich our understanding of self-control as a cornerstone of a life well lived. Embarking on this journey requires no monumental leaps. Rather, it's the small, consistent steps that lead to profound changes. Begin where you are, with what you have, understanding that the path to mastering self-control is a process marked by gradual improvement and persistence. It's in the daily commitment to our goals, the routines we establish, and the mindfulness with which we approach our tasks that we find progress. Each day offers a new opportunity to practice, to learn, and to grow. As we move forward, let us embrace the challenges and setbacks not as barriers, but as stepping stones on the path to personal excellence. The journey is as much about developing resilience and adaptability as it is about achieving specific outcomes. The essence of self-improvement lies not in the magnitude of our actions, but in the consistency and intention behind them. In closing, let us reflect on the words of James Clear, who eloquently captures the essence of our discussions. You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. This insight underscores the importance of the structures we put in place, the habits we cultivate, the routines we adhere to, and the mindset we nurture. It's these systems, grounded in the principles we've explored, that enable us to harness the true potential of self-control, transforming our aspirations into reality. As you step into the world, armed with the knowledge and strategies we've shared, remember that the journey of self-improvement is a marathon, not a sprint. Be patient with yourself, stay committed to your path, and let the discipline of your actions today be the foundation upon which you build a brighter, more fulfilling tomorrow. Have you ever noticed how sometimes the less you care, the more you achieve? This paradoxical question might stir a mixture of curiosity and skepticism within you. It goes against the grain of common wisdom that teaches us to pour our heart and soul into everything we do. But what if I told you that there's a nuanced secret lying just beneath the surface of this statement? A secret that could fundamentally change the way you approach your goals, relationships, and life's inevitable challenges. Let's unpack this idea together. But first, let's be clear about what we mean by caring less. This concept isn't an encouragement towards apathy or emotional disengagement. Far from it. It's about a selective investment of your emotions and energy. Imagine your mental resources as a finite currency. Every day, you're bombarded with situations, demands, and relationships, all vying for a piece of this currency. The key question is, where do you choose to invest it? This concept invites us to explore a more balanced perspective on how we engage with the world around us. It's about discerning the difference between what truly deserves our full emotional investment and what doesn't. By adopting a more selective approach to our emotional expenditures, we can conserve our energy for the aspects of our lives that truly matter, leading to increased productivity, a sense of fulfillment, and paradoxically, a deeper connection to the people and pursuits that enrich our lives. Now let me clarify further. When we talk about caring less, We're not advocating for a life devoid of passion or commitment, nor are we suggesting a callous disregard for the feelings of others or our own. This is not about shirking responsibilities or embracing emotional coldness. Instead, this philosophy promotes a healthier mental attitude towards the uncontrollable and often unpredictable elements of life. It's about cultivating a state of emotional resilience that allows us to face life's ups and downs with a sense of calm and stability. Consider for a moment the countless times you've found yourself entangled in worries and anxieties about things beyond your control. Whether it's the outcome of a project at work, the fluctuating dynamics of a relationship, or the incessant barrage of global crises presented in the media, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. This state of overengagement not only drains our mental and emotional reserves, but can also lead to a paradoxical decrease in our effectiveness and happiness. So how do we navigate this? The answer lies in developing an ability to detach from the external noise, to discern between what is within our power to change and what is not. This doesn't mean we stop caring about the world around us or striving for excellence in our endeavors. Rather, it's about approaching life with a sense of inner peace and equanimity, knowing that our worth isn't dictated by external outcomes or the opinions of others. By learning to care less about the things that drain us, we open ourselves up to a more focused, productive, and serene existence. We allow ourselves the mental and emotional space to pursue our goals with clarity and purpose. And perhaps most importantly, we create room in our hearts for the people and passions that truly matter, engaging with them more fully and meaningfully. This philosophy, though seemingly simple, is profound in its implications. It challenges us to rethink our default modes of engagement with the world, inviting us to a life marked by greater achievement, satisfaction, and well-being. Let's delve deeper into this intriguing concept, exploring its philosophical underpinnings, psychological benefits, and practical applications in the journey towards a more balanced and fulfilling life. Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. This reflection by Epictetus, one of the Stoic philosophers, encapsulates the essence of what has been a guiding principle for many throughout history, the philosophy of detachment. It is a concept that threads through the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, through the serene insights of Buddhism, to the harmonious teachings of Taoism. Each, in its own right, provides a map to navigate the complexities of life, not by anchoring us to a rigid set of outcomes, but by teaching us the art of emotional resilience and the value of focusing on what truly lies within our control. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and a Roman emperor, encapsulated the essence of Stoicism in his Meditations, which serve as personal reminders on the importance of self-discipline, integrity, and action in accordance with nature. Stoicism teaches us that while we cannot control external events, we can control our reactions to them. Aurelius's reflections urge us to examine our impressions of events, stripping them of any added emotional weight or judgment, to see them for what they truly are. This detachment from the non-essential allows us to conserve our emotional energy, directing it towards what we can influence, our thoughts, our behaviors, and our efforts toward the common good. Similarly, Buddhism introduces the concept of non-attachment as a path to enlightenment. The Buddha taught that attachment to desires leads to suffering because desires are transient and ultimately unsatisfactory. The state of craving, whether for material possessions, relationships, or accolades, binds us to a cycle of desire and disappointment, as the nature of existence is change. Through mindfulness and meditation, Buddhism teaches us to observe our desires without clinging to them, allowing us to experience life more fully and joyfully without being ensnared by temporary pleasures or pains. This principle of detachment is not about renouncing the world or its joys, but rather about seeing them with clear eyes, free from the haze of attachment. Taoism, with its emphasis on living in harmony with the Tao or the Way, offers a perspective on detachment that complements its philosophical counterparts. It teaches the value of wu-wei or non-action, which is not to be mistaken for inaction, but rather an action that is in flow with the natural course of events. It is a way of engaging with life that is effortless, not because effort is not made, but because it is made in alignment with the natural rhythms and patterns of the world. This approach to life encourages a form of detachment where one does not impose their will against the world, but rather moves with it, understanding that life is a series of changes and that resistance only causes struggle. The modern interpretation of these ancient teachings provides a compelling lens through which to view our contemporary lives. In an age where the pace of change is rapid and often overwhelming, where social media amplifies our tendencies towards comparison and attachment to external validation, the philosophy of detachment offers a grounding alternative. By embracing even a modicum of detachment, we can navigate life's challenges with reduced stress and a greater sense of inner peace. This isn't to say we become disengaged or indifferent to the world around us. On the contrary, detachment, as taught by Stoicism, Buddhism, and Taoism, allows us to engage more fully with our lives, prioritizing our values and acting with intention and integrity. In practical terms, this can manifest as a reduced anxiety over outcomes we cannot control, whether they be the opinions of others, the success of a venture, or the myriad uncertainties that life presents. Instead, our focus shifts to our actions, our efforts, and the cultivation of our character. This shift not only reduces stress but also clarifies our priorities, leading us to invest our time and energy in what truly matters to us. The result is a more meaningful form of success, one that is measured not by external accolades, but by the authenticity of our lives and the depth of our contentment. The teachings of Marcus Aurelius, the Buddha, and Lao Tzu offer timeless wisdom on the value of detachment. They remind us that amidst the ebb and flow of life, our peace of mind and the quality of our engagement with the world hinge not on the external circumstances we find ourselves in, but on our internal stance towards those circumstances. As we navigate the complexities of modern life, these ancient philosophies invite us to consider a more detached approach, not as a means of disengagement, but as a path to a richer, more fulfilled existence. The underpinnings of our interactions and reactions to the world around us, particularly in the context of relationships and stress, are profoundly shaped by our early life experiences. Attachment theory, developed by British psychologist John Bowlby and further refined by Mary Ainsworth through her pioneering strange situation study, provides a crucial framework for understanding these dynamics. At its core, attachment theory posits that the nature of the bonds formed between infants and their primary caregivers has a lasting impact on an individual's emotional responses, relationship patterns, and stress management throughout their life. These early interactions essentially set the stage for how individuals perceive and engage with their social world, influencing their expectations of support, intimacy, and trust in relationships. The theory categorizes attachment styles into secure, anxious, avoidant, and disorganized, each reflecting different patterns of behavior and thought processes in relation to closeness and emotional safety. This foundational concept of attachment has profound implications when exploring the psychological benefits of detachment. It's important to distinguish between emotional detachment as a healthy coping mechanism and as a form of avoidance or disconnection stemming from insecure attachment styles. In the positive sense, Emotional detachment refers to an individual's ability to maintain a sense of self and emotional equilibrium in the face of life's challenges. It allows for emotional involvement without being overwhelmed by the emotions or problems of others, fostering a space where one can engage with empathy and compassion while preserving one's mental health. This form of detachment is not about building walls or retreating from meaningful connections. Rather, it's about developing a resilient core from which one can interact with the world in a more balanced and effective manner. Scientific research supports the benefits of this kind of emotional detachment. Studies have shown that individuals who can achieve a level of detachment from work-related stressors, for example, report lower levels of burnout and higher levels of well-being. This detachment enables a clearer perspective, allowing for better decision-making and problem-solving capabilities as it reduces the clouding effects of emotional overload. In essence, by detaching, we grant ourselves the space to breathe, reflect, and approach situations with a level of calmness and rationality that is often lost in the heat of the moment. This is crucial in both personal and professional realms, where the ability to respond rather than react can mean the difference between escalation and resolution, between burnout and sustainability. Moreover, the practice of emotional detachment has been linked to improved psychological well-being. It fosters an environment where individuals can face life's uncertainties and adversities with a sense of composure and confidence. The resilience built through this practice is not a matter of hardening oneself against emotions or connections, but rather cultivating a flexible strength that allows one to experience life fully without being unduly swayed by each passing storm. This resilience is particularly important in our current age, where the pace of life and the constant barrage of information can easily lead to feelings of overwhelm and anxiety. Emotional detachment, understood in this healthy, balanced way, acts as a buffer, enabling individuals to navigate these challenges with a steadier hand and a clearer mind. The psychological framework provided by attachment theory, combined with contemporary research on the benefits of emotional detachment, illuminates a path toward healthier ways of engaging with the world. It suggests that our capacity for meaningful detachment is, in many ways, shaped by our early attachment experiences. However, it also emphasizes that growth and change are possible at any stage of life. Through intentional practice and, in some cases, therapeutic intervention, individuals can work towards a secure base from which to explore the benefits of detachment. This involves learning to identify and regulate one's emotional responses, cultivating mindfulness and presence, and consciously practicing self-care and boundary setting. Understanding and applying these concepts of attachment and detachment can significantly enhance one's mental health and overall quality of life. It offers a way to hold space for oneself and others without losing oneself in the process. It teaches that true strength lies not in impassivity or emotional isolation, but in the ability to engage deeply yet mindfully, to care passionately yet selectively. In doing so, it provides a key not only to personal well-being, but to healthier, more resilient communities. As we continue to navigate the complexities of human relationships and the myriad challenges of modern life, the wisdom offered by a deeper understanding of attachment and the practice of healthy detachment remains ever relevant, guiding us towards a more balanced, fulfilling existence. Achieving a balanced life, where one is engaged yet not overwhelmed, passionate yet at peace, requires the mastery of detachment in its healthiest form. This section is devoted to translating the conceptual understanding of detachment into actionable strategies that can be integrated into daily life. The journey towards healthier detachment begins with self-awareness. Specifically, identifying the aspects of our lives where our emotional investment might be tipping the scales towards negative impact, rather than fulfillment and growth. To start, one must take a step back and evaluate their emotional landscape with honesty and openness. Ask yourself, where do you feel a constant tension or anxiety? Is it in the relentless pursuit of career advancement, in the hypervigilance towards a partner's actions or feelings, or perhaps in the overly critical self-scrutiny tied to personal achievements or failures? Recognizing these areas of overattachment often requires peeling back layers of justification and facing uncomfortable truths about what we value and why. Reflection exercises, such as journaling about your day-to-day emotional responses to different aspects of your life or mapping out where you spend most of your emotional energy, can be illuminating. They offer a mirror to see where attachment is no longer serving you, but instead holding you back from experiencing life's full breadth and depth. With awareness comes the power to change. The following strategies are designed to foster a sense of detachment that is rooted in self-care and personal growth rather than avoidance or indifference. Setting boundaries. The art of setting boundaries is fundamental to healthy detachment. Boundaries allow us to define where we end and others begin, what we are responsible for, and what lies beyond our control or obligation. In both personal and professional relationships, clear boundaries prevent the encroachment of others' expectations, demands, or emotions into our space, enabling us to interact with others from a place of self-respect and autonomy. Establishing boundaries can be as simple as saying no when a request infringes on your personal time, or as complex as renegotiating the dynamics of a relationship that has become overly demanding or codependent. The key is clarity, both in understanding your own limits and in communicating them to others. This clarity comes from introspection, understanding your values, priorities, and what you need to thrive. Setting boundaries is not a one-off task, but a continuous process of negotiation and reevaluation as relationships and circumstances evolve. Focusing on personal growth. One of the most effective ways to cultivate healthy detachment is by focusing on personal growth. This strategy is about redirecting emotional and mental energy from external attachments, be they people, achievements, or material possessions, towards internal development. Personal growth can encompass a wide range of activities, from pursuing new educational opportunities, picking up new hobbies, or deepening existing skills, to engaging in self-reflective practices like meditation, mindfulness, or therapy. The underlying principle is to invest in oneself in a way that enriches life beyond external validations or successes. This focus on personal growth fosters a sense of self-efficacy and intrinsic worth, which acts as a buffer against the vicissitudes of external circumstances. As we grow more comfortable and confident in our skin, our dependency on external sources for validation naturally diminishes, making way for a more detached and genuinely fulfilling engagement with the world. Lastly, embracing impermanence is a profound strategy for achieving healthy detachment. This involves accepting change and uncertainty as inherent, unavoidable aspects of life. Rather than resisting or fearing change, this approach encourages us to lean into it, recognizing that change is not a harbinger of loss or disaster, but a natural part of life's rhythm. Strategies for embracing impermanence include practicing mindfulness, which trains the mind to stay present and find peace in the moment, without clinging to the past or fearing the future. It also involves consciously shifting our perspective to view change as an opportunity for growth and renewal, rather than a threat. This can be facilitated by regularly reflecting on past changes that, although initially daunting, led to positive outcomes or personal development. Cultivating gratitude for the transient beauty and lessons of each phase of life further reinforces this acceptance of impermanence. By embracing change as an integral part of the human experience, we reduce fear and anxiety about the future. enabling us to face life's uncertainties with equanimity and grace. Integrating these strategies into our lives doesn't happen overnight. It requires patience, persistence, and compassion towards oneself. The journey towards healthier detachment is, in many ways, a journey towards freedom. Freedom from the constraints of over-attachment. Freedom to live according to our values and priorities. And freedom to experience life in its fullness, with all its changes and uncertainties. As we embark on this journey, we not only achieve more in the external sense, through improved focus, decision-making, and productivity, but we also gain more internally in terms of peace. In navigating the path toward healthy detachment, it is crucial not to veer too far into isolation, mistaking disconnection for emotional resilience. Human beings are inherently social creatures, and our well-being is deeply intertwined with our ability to form and maintain connections. The art of living well, therefore, lies not in detachment alone, but in finding the right balance between detachment and connection. This balance allows us to engage deeply with the world, our loved ones, and our communities, deriving meaning and fulfillment from these interactions while protecting our inner peace and mental health. The significance of maintaining healthy, supportive relationships cannot be overstated. Relationships are the scaffolding of our lives, providing emotional support, shared joy, and a sense of belonging. They enrich our lives, adding layers of meaning and purpose that cannot be found in solitary pursuits alone. Similarly, engagement in one's community and the broader world extends this network of support, grounding us in a reality that is larger than our individual experiences and concerns. This engagement fosters a sense of purpose and belonging, contributing to our sense of identity and well-being. However, the challenge often lies in navigating these connections without losing oneself in them. Overinvestment in the emotional dynamics of our relationships or the incessant demands of community and societal involvement can lead to burnout, resentment, and a loss of self. Thus, while the cultivation of connections is essential, doing so in a way that maintains our emotional autonomy and health is key. Finding the right balance between caring deeply about people and causes that are important to us and not being overwhelmed by the need to control or fix everything is a delicate dance. It requires the cultivation of several key attitudes and practices. At the heart of this balance lies compassion, both for ourselves and others. Compassion allows us to engage empathetically with the pain and suffering of others without becoming enmeshed in it. It helps us to offer support and understanding rather than attempting to take control or impose solutions. Practicing self-compassion is equally important. Acknowledging our own needs and limitations and treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we offer others. Setting emotional boundaries. Emotional boundaries are crucial in maintaining the balance between connection and detachment. They help us to recognize where our responsibilities end and where others begin. Setting and communicating these boundaries clearly can prevent emotional overload and ensure that our engagements with others are healthy and sustainable. Prioritizing self-care. Prioritizing self-care is not selfish, it is essential. It ensures that we have the emotional and physical resources to engage with others in a meaningful way. Self-care practices can vary widely, from ensuring adequate rest and exercise to engaging in hobbies and activities that replenish our spirits. By taking care of ourselves, we are better equipped to care for others. Acceptance. acceptance plays a pivotal role in finding the balance between connection and detachment. It involves accepting that we cannot control everything in our relationships or the wider world. Acceptance allows us to let go of the need to fix every problem, recognizing that some situations are beyond our control or may not have immediate solutions. This acceptance frees us to offer support and presence without the added pressure of needing to resolve every issue. Engagement without attachment to outcome. Engaging deeply with people and causes while detaching from specific outcomes is a powerful way to maintain balance. It allows us to contribute our best efforts, knowing that the final result may not always align with our expectations. This detachment from outcomes helps to mitigate disappointment and frustration, allowing us to remain committed to our values and contributions, regardless of the immediate results. Balancing detachment with connection is an ongoing process, one that requires mindfulness, self-reflection, and a commitment to personal growth. It is about engaging with the world with an open heart and a clear mind, offering our support and presence without losing ourselves in the process. By cultivating this balance, we can build meaningful, supportive relationships and contribute to our communities in ways that are fulfilling and sustainable, enriching our lives and the lives of those around us. The philosophical journey towards understanding and implementing the principles of detachment and balance between engagement and disengagement has been illuminated by the lives and teachings of several historical figures. These philosophers, through their lived experiences and profound insights, have contributed significantly to human thought on navigating life's complexities with grace and resilience. Reflecting on the lives of Seneca, Lao Tzu, Marcus Aurelius, and others, we find not only a testament to the power of their philosophies, but also practical blueprints for leading a balanced and fulfilling life. Lucius Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, statesman, and playwright, lived in one of the most tumultuous periods of Roman history, serving as an advisor to Emperor Nero. Amidst the political intrigue and personal challenges, Seneca's writings on Stoicism emphasized the importance of tranquility, virtue, and wisdom. He advocated for a life lived according to nature, urging individuals to focus on their inner lives and control over their reactions to external circumstances. Seneca's letters and essays are replete with advice on how to detach from the chaos of public life and the unpredictability of fortune. His teachings on the ephemerality of life and the importance of cherishing each moment underscore the Stoic belief in focusing on what truly matters, living a life of virtue and inner peace. Seneca's ability to maintain his composure and philosophical integrity, even in the face of death, epitomizes the power of detachment from external events and the cultivation of an inner sanctuary of calm and reason. Lao Tzu, the legendary figure associated with the founding of Taoism and the authorship of the Tao Te Ching, offers another perspective on the art of living harmoniously. His philosophy emphasizes the principles of naturalness, simplicity, and the power of yielding over force. Lao Tzu's teachings on Wu Wei, or non-action, encourage a form of engagement with life that is effortless and in tune with the Tao, the fundamental nature of the universe. This approach advocates for a detachment from rigidly imposed goals and the societal pressures that lead to unnecessary strife and complexity. Instead, it calls for an alignment with the natural flow of life, recognizing the impermanent and ever-changing nature of the world. Lao Tzu's wisdom teaches us the importance of letting go of our attachments to outcomes and the illusion of control, encouraging a deep connection to the world through a stance of openness and flexibility. His contributions to human thought lie in this profound understanding of how to live in harmony with the natural world and the transient nature of existence. Marcus Aurelius, often considered the embodiment of the Stoic ideal, was a Roman emperor faced with the daunting tasks of leadership during a time of war, plague, and internal strife. Despite the immense pressures of his role, his personal writings, collected in Meditations, reveal a man deeply committed to the principles of Stoicism. Aurelius focused on the cultivation of virtue, the acceptance of life's transience, and the importance of acting in accordance with reason and the common good. His reflections on the ephemerality of life and power and the insignificance of worldly accolades in the face of nature's vastness underscore a profound detachment from external validations. Instead, Aurelius champions the value of internal peace, ethical action, and the serene acceptance of what cannot be changed. His legacy, as captured in Meditations, provides timeless guidance on how to maintain moral integrity and inner calm in the midst of life's challenges, emphasizing the importance of focusing on what truly matters, our character and actions in the present moment. These philosophical figures, each from distinct cultural and historical contexts, converge on a common insight: the significance of detachment from life's ephemeral concerns and a focused commitment to the values and principles that define a life well lived. Their teachings and lives offer compelling evidence of the transformative power of embracing impermanence, prioritizing inner development, and finding balance between engagement with the world and the cultivation of an inner realm of tranquility and wisdom. Through their examples, we learn not only the philosophical underpinnings of detachment and balance, but also the practical applications of these principles in navigating the complexities of human existence. In this exploration of detachment, we've traversed the landscapes of philosophy, psychology, and practical wisdom to uncover the profound benefits of learning to care less about the external forces that drain us and more about the pursuits and connections that truly enrich our lives. We've delved into the stoic resilience of Marcus Aurelius, the serene acceptance of Lao Tzu, and the reasoned tranquility of Seneca, drawing lessons from their lives and teachings on the value of focusing on what is within our control. We've dissected the psychological underpinnings of attachment and detachment, revealing how a healthy detachment can lead to lower stress levels, better decision-making capabilities, and an overall improved psychological well-being. Through practical steps like setting boundaries, focusing on personal growth, and embracing impermanence, we've outlined actionable strategies to achieve a balanced engagement with the world that fosters peace and fulfillment. As we draw this exploration to a close, I invite you to pause and reflect on your own journey with attachment and detachment. Consider this thought-provoking question: what might you achieve if you let go of the need to control the uncontrollable? Imagine the freedom, the peace, and the space for growth that could emerge from releasing the tight grip on the ephemeral, the external validations, and the unchangeable circumstances of life. As you move forward, remember that the journey towards healthier detachment and balance is not about disengaging from the world or severing the ties that bind us to others. It's about cultivating an inner sanctuary of peace and wisdom, from which we can engage with life's challenges and joys with a calm heart and a clear mind. It's about freeing ourselves to focus on what truly matters, allowing us to live more fully, love more freely, and contribute to the world with our unique gifts and talents. So I leave you with this message: embrace the journey of detachment with courage and openness. Trust in the process of letting go, and be amazed at how much more you can hold on to when your hands are not clenched tightly, but open and ready to receive the abundance that life has to offer. Remember, the ultimate achievement is not in the accolades we collect, but in the peace we cultivate within ourselves and the love we share with the world. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast ocean, each wave a day of your life. Behind you, the sands hold the prints of your past steps, some deep and confident, others faint and uncertain. Ahead, the horizon stretches, a boundary between the known and the unknowable. You're here because you sense the potential for something more, a transformation that could redefine the very essence of who you are. This moment, poised between past and future, is where the journey of self-transformation begins. Self-transformation is an expedition not just through the external landscapes of our lives, but through the inner realms of our minds and spirits. It's about questioning who we are at our core and who we have the potential to become. This transformative process isn't just about improving aspects of our lives or developing new skills. It's a deeper, more profound change that involves redefining our values, perspectives, and understanding of ourselves and our place in the world. It's about shifting from a passive state of being to actively shaping our destiny, leveraging our inherent abilities to navigate life's challenges and emerge not just intact, but empowered and enlightened. At its heart, it's driven by the desire for personal fulfillment, a quest to find meaning and purpose in our actions, to align our daily lives with our deepest values, and to cultivate a sense of inner peace and satisfaction, regardless of external circumstances. It's about overcoming the obstacles that life invariably throws in our path, not by avoiding them, but by engaging with them in ways that foster growth, resilience, and a deeper sense of our own strengths and capacities. This journey is both universal and uniquely personal, reflecting the common human longing for growth and self-realization, as well as the individual paths we carve in our pursuit of these goals. But how do we embark on such a journey? The landscapes of psychology and philosophy offer maps and compasses, insights and methods from those who have traversed these territories before us. Thinkers like Carl Jung and Friedrich Nietzsche, Viktor Frankl and William James, Jean-Paul Sartre and many others have explored the vast complexities of the human condition, delving into the mysteries of consciousness, the intricacies of our psychological makeup, and the existential dilemmas of freedom and meaning. Each offers a unique perspective on self-transformation, from Jung's exploration of the unconscious mind to Nietzsche's embrace of adversity as a catalyst for growth. From Frankl's quest for meaning in the face of suffering to James' insights into the power of belief and attitude, and Sartre's existential freedom and the responsibility it entails. These perspectives do not offer a one-size-fits-all solution. Rather, they provide a rich tapestry of ideas and approaches that can inspire and guide us on our own paths to transformation. They remind us that the journey of self-transformation is as diverse as humanity itself, reflecting the myriad ways we seek to understand ourselves and our place in the world. As we explore these philosophical and psychological landscapes, we are invited to reflect on our own lives, to question, to challenge, and ultimately to transform. This exploration is not just an academic exercise, it's a call to action, a prompt to engage deeply with the process of personal growth and to apply these insights in practical, meaningful ways. As we delve into the wisdom of these thinkers, we'll discover not only the theoretical underpinnings of self-transformation, but also practical strategies and exercises that can help us navigate our own journey. Your visions will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. who looks outside, dreams, who looks inside, awakes. Carl Gustav Jung, a Swiss psychiatrist and psychoanalyst who founded analytical psychology, offers a compelling pathway to self-discovery and transformation through the process of individuation. Individuation is the journey toward self-realization, a journey on which we come to recognize and integrate the various aspects of ourselves, both conscious and unconscious. It's a profound exploration of the inner landscape, where the goal is not to become perfect, but to become whole, to acknowledge and embrace the entirety of one's being. This process involves coming to terms with our shadow, that dark and often ignored or hidden part of ourselves that houses our fears, weaknesses, and the unacknowledged parts of our personality. Imagine a person who has always strived to be pleasing and agreeable, ignoring feelings of anger or resentment, deeming them unacceptable. This person's shadow might contain a well of unacknowledged anger, or even aspects of themselves they've deemed too aggressive or assertive. Over time, these unacknowledged feelings don't just disappear, they manifest in unexpected ways, perhaps through passive aggression, sudden outbursts, or internal turmoil. The journey of individuation would involve recognizing these feelings, understanding their origins, and integrating them into a more cohesive self-image. This doesn't mean giving in to these emotions without restraint, but acknowledging them as part of the whole self. Through this process, we not only become more self-aware, but also gain a more nuanced control over our reactions and emotions. Jung's concept insists that confronting and embracing one's shadow is not an act of self-indulgence, but a crucial step in personal transformation. This confrontation with the shadow moves us towards greater self-awareness and wholeness, as we begin to realize that our darker aspects are not to be eradicated but understood and integrated. Consider the metaphor of a tree. Its branches can only reach as high into the sky as its roots delve deep into the earth. Similarly, our growth and self-realization are anchored in the depth of our understanding and acceptance of our innermost selves, including those parts we might prefer to keep in the dark. Now, let's transition this concept into a more practical application with reflective questions and exercises designed to foster a personal connection to Jung's ideas. Here are some steps to begin engaging with your inner self and starting the journey of individuation. Reflective journaling. Start by keeping a journal dedicated to self-reflection. Each day, write about the emotions and thoughts you experienced, especially those you found difficult or uncomfortable. Over time, look for patterns or recurring themes. This practice can help illuminate aspects of your shadow and facilitate their integration. Dialogue with the shadow. Engage in a written dialogue with your shadow. This might sound unconventional, but it's a powerful exercise. Write down a question or a thought addressing your shadow and then, without censorship, allow the shadow to respond. This process can uncover hidden aspects of your psyche and create a bridge for integration. Dream analysis. Jung placed significant emphasis on dreams as a window to the unconscious. Keep a dream journal and note down your dreams as soon as you wake up. Reflect on the symbols, emotions, and narratives of your dreams. Consider what aspects of your shadow they might be revealing. Active imagination. This is a meditative process where you engage imaginatively with symbols, emotions, or figures from your dreams or unconscious mind. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and focus on an element from your dream or a part of your shadow self you wish to explore. Allow a dialogue or narrative to unfold in your mind, observing without judgment. Reflective questions. Ask yourself questions that challenge your usual perceptions of yourself. Some examples might include: what qualities in others trigger strong reactions in me? Why might that be? When do I feel most misunderstood? And what does that reveal about my hidden aspects? What am I most afraid of others finding out about me, and why? Through these exercises and reflections, Jung's pathway to self-realization offers not just a theory, but a practical guide to exploring the depths of our own psyche. It's a journey that requires courage, honesty, and a willingness to face the uncomfortable. Yet it is also a journey that promises a profound transformation, one that brings us closer to the wholeness of being that Jung envisioned. As we integrate the disparate parts of ourselves, we awaken to a more authentic and powerful self, capable of navigating the complexities of life with greater wisdom and harmony. What does not kill me makes me stronger. Nietzsche's profound assertion captures the essence of his philosophy on the human condition, struggle, and personal growth. Unlike the common perception that suffering and adversity are merely obstacles to happiness and success, Nietzsche posits these experiences as indispensable to the process of becoming who we are meant to be. Through his lens, the journey of self-transformation is inextricably linked with the trials we endure, the challenges we face, and the resilience we build along the way. It's a radical reimagining of pain not as a foe to be avoided at all costs, but as a potential ally in the quest for self-discovery and empowerment. At the heart of Nietzsche's thought is the concept of the will to power, a fundamental drive that he believed motivates all human action. Far from a simple desire for dominance or control over others, the will to power is an internal force driving individuals to overcome their limitations, to transcend their current circumstances, and to redefine their very essence. It's an incessant push towards self-realization and the actualization of one's potential. This drive is most visible in moments of struggle. When faced with adversity, the will to power emerges as a guiding force, prompting us to confront our challenges, to grow, and to evolve. In this context, suffering and obstacles become not just inevitable aspects of life, but necessary components of personal development and the journey towards self-overcoming. Nietzsche's perspective invites us to reevaluate our values and our responses to life's challenges. In the face of suffering, do we retreat and seek comfort, or do we rise to the occasion, using the opportunity to test and expand our limits? This reevaluation is not a mere intellectual exercise, but a call to action, a challenge to embrace the transformative potential of adversity. It encourages a shift in perspective. Instead of viewing obstacles as barriers to our goals, we can see them as pathways to growth, as the very means through which we can realize our strength and resilience. How, then, can we apply Nietzsche's philosophy to our own lives? Here are some practical steps to consider. Reframe your perspective. Start by changing how you view adversity. Instead of seeing it as a negative force aimed at disrupting your life, try to view it as an opportunity for personal growth and development. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? How can it make me stronger? Set personal challenges. Actively seek out challenges, whether they're in your personal life, your career, or your physical abilities. Setting and overcoming small, manageable challenges can build your confidence and resilience, preparing you for larger obstacles in life. Practice resilience. Develop resilience by exposing yourself to minor stresses and learning to deal with them effectively. This could be anything from cold showers to public speaking, anything that pushes you slightly out of your comfort zone. Over time, these experiences build psychological resilience, making you more adaptable and robust in the face of adversity. Engage in deep reflection. Use periods of struggle as opportunities for deep reflection. Consider what your reactions to adversity say about your values, fears, and desires. Nietzsche's philosophy encourages us to dig deep into our psyche, to confront our innermost fears and desires, and to emerge with a renewed understanding of ourselves and our place in the world. Cultivate self-reliance. Nietzschean philosophy places great emphasis on individualism and self-reliance. Cultivating a sense of independence and trust in one's abilities is crucial. Learn to rely on your judgment and strength, understanding that while external support is valuable, true transformation comes from within. Embrace change. Be open to changing your beliefs, values, and goals based on new insights gained from overcoming obstacles. Personal growth is an ongoing process, and flexibility is key. Nietzsche challenges us to constantly reassess our values and beliefs in light of our experiences, encouraging a dynamic, evolving approach to life. Document your journey. Keep a journal of your challenges, how you approached them, what you learned, and how you changed as a result. Writing about your experiences can offer insights into your process of self-overcoming and help crystallize lessons learned along the way. Nietzsche's call to embrace life's struggles as opportunities for growth and transformation is both daunting and exhilarating. It demands courage, resilience, and a willingness to confront the deepest aspects of ourselves. Yet the reward for this courageous engagement with life's challenges is profound: a sense of empowerment, a deeper understanding of our potential, and the unparalleled joy of achieving genuine self-overcoming. In the end, Nietzsche's philosophy does not promise an easy path, but it does offer a meaningful one, where each obstacle overcome is a step closer to realizing the fullest expression of our being. When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. Viktor Frankl's profound insight into the human condition and our relentless quest for meaning forms the bedrock of his psychological theory, logotherapy. At its core, logotherapy posits that the fundamental drive of human beings is not pleasure, as Freud suggested, or power, as Adler theorized, but the pursuit of what Frankl terms meaning. According to Frankl, life's meaning can be discovered in every moment, even in the most bleak and despairing circumstances. This perspective is not hypothetical, but forged in the crucible of Frankl's own experiences as a Holocaust survivor. His observations during this unimaginably harsh period led him to conclude that those who could find a sense of purpose in their suffering were far more resilient and capable of surviving the horrors they faced. Frankl's theory challenges us to look beyond our immediate circumstances and to find a deeper sense of purpose in our actions and existence. He introduces the concept of the existential vacuum, a state of feeling utterly void of meaning, which he observed as increasingly common in modern society. This state often manifests as a deep sense of malaise, boredom, and even depression, stemming from a lack of direction and purpose in life. Logotherapy offers a way out of this vacuum, suggesting that by actively seeking meaning, individuals can overcome even the most oppressive states of despair and alienation. The transformative power of finding purpose in suffering and the mundane is perhaps best illustrated by Frankl's own story, recounted in his seminal work, Man's Search for Meaning. However, countless other anecdotes further underscore this principle. Consider the tale of a woman who, after losing her husband and child, found new purpose in helping other bereaved parents navigate their grief. or the story of a man diagnosed with a terminal illness who decided to spend his remaining days advocating for research and support for others with the same condition. These stories highlight a crucial principle, that we may not have control over our circumstances, but we have the ultimate freedom to choose our attitude toward those circumstances. Frankl suggests several pathways to discovering or creating meaning in our lives, through work, by experiencing something or encountering someone, love, and by the attitude we take toward unavoidable suffering. Each of these paths offers a different avenue through which individuals can find a profound sense of purpose and fulfillment. For those seeking to apply Frankl's principles in their own lives, consider the following steps. Reflect on what truly matters. Start by reflecting on the moments in your life when you felt most alive or fulfilled. What were you doing? Who were you with? These moments can offer clues to what gives your life a sense of purpose and direction. Set goals that reflect your values. Create goals that are aligned with your deepest values, not just societal expectations or external pressures. These should be goals that challenge you to grow and contribute to something beyond yourself. Find purpose in suffering. If you're facing a situation that cannot be changed, ask yourself how you can grow from this experience. Can this suffering be transformed into a learning opportunity or a chance to develop strength and compassion? Even the most painful experiences can contribute to our personal development if approached with the right mindset. Engage in acts of kindness. Regularly engaging in small acts of kindness can provide immediate and tangible meaning. These acts remind us of our connection to others and the impact we can have on the world around us. Cultivate relationships. Deep, meaningful relationships are a source of immense meaning in many people's lives. Invest time and energy in building and maintaining relationships with family, friends, and communities. Pursue activities that bring joy and fulfillment. Whether it's through your career, hobbies, or volunteer work, seek out activities that challenge you, bring you joy, and make you feel part of something larger than yourself. Embrace life's challenges as opportunities for growth. When faced with difficult situations, instead of asking, "Why me?" try asking, "What can I learn from this?" This shift in perspective can transform challenges into opportunities for finding new meaning and purpose. Frankl's logotherapy teaches us that the search for meaning is an intrinsic part of the human experience. It's a dynamic process that continues throughout life, evolving as we face new challenges, experiences, and stages of life. This quest for meaning is not only a route to personal fulfillment, but also a powerful antidote to despair, providing the strength and resilience needed to navigate life's inevitable trials. By adopting Frankl's perspective, we open ourselves up to the possibility of transformation, finding deep and lasting meaning in the tapestry of life, with all its pain, joy, and mundane moments. The greatest discovery of my generation is that a human being can alter his life by altering his attitudes. William James, often hailed as the father of American psychology, introduced the world to the concept of pragmatism, an approach that emphasizes the practical effects of beliefs and theories on human life. James argued that the truth of a belief lies in its utility. That is, if a belief works for the believer in a practical sense, it holds truth. This perspective extends profoundly into the realm of personal beliefs and attitudes, suggesting that by changing our foundational beliefs about ourselves and the world, we can significantly alter our reality. James's insight into the power of belief underscores a transformative principle. Our attitudes shape our experiences, our responses to life's challenges, and ultimately the course of our lives. The essence of James's argument lies in the understanding that our beliefs about our capabilities, our worth, and our potential directly influence our actions and behaviors. When we believe we are capable of overcoming obstacles, we are more likely to face challenges with resilience and determination. Conversely, if we harbor doubts about our abilities or view the world through a lens of pessimism, we may hesitate to take risks or pursue opportunities, thus limiting our potential for growth and achievement. Consider the case of a young student who struggles with mathematics. If she adopts the belief that she is inherently bad at math, this attitude may deter her from engaging with the subject, practicing, or seeking help. Her belief becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, as her avoidance and lack of practice only serve to reinforce her struggles. However, if she changes her mindset, recognizing that math skills can be developed with effort and perseverance, she might approach the subject with renewed vigor, leading to improved performance and a deeper understanding. This example illustrates James's notion that our beliefs about ourselves can constrict or expand our possibilities. Further supporting this concept are numerous studies and anecdotes from the fields of positive psychology and self-improvement. One notable example is the growth mindset research conducted by Carol Dweck, which aligns with James's theories. Dweck's work demonstrates that individuals who believe their talents and abilities can be developed through hard work, good strategies, and input from others are more likely to achieve success than those who see their qualities as fixed traits. This growth mindset echoes James's assertion about the transformative power of belief and attitude, providing a robust framework for understanding how altering our beliefs can lead to significant changes in our behavior and life outcomes. Implementing James's principles in our lives requires a conscious effort to examine and, when necessary, shift our attitudes and beliefs. This process can be facilitated through several practical steps. Self-reflection. Regularly take time to reflect on your beliefs and attitudes, particularly those that relate to your self-concept and your perceptions of your abilities. Ask yourself whether these beliefs are empowering or limiting. Challenge negative beliefs. When you identify beliefs that limit your potential, challenge them. Ask for evidence that supports these beliefs and consider counterexamples. Reflect on past successes and accomplishments that contradict limiting beliefs. Cultivate positive beliefs. Actively work to replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones. Use affirmations, visualization, and positive self-talk to reinforce beliefs in your capabilities and worth. Adopt a growth mindset. Embrace the idea that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. View challenges as opportunities to learn and grow rather than threats to your self-esteem. Mindfulness and meditation. Practices like mindfulness and meditation can help you become more aware of your thought patterns, including your beliefs and attitudes. This increased awareness can be the first step in changing negative or limiting beliefs. Seek inspirational stories. Look for stories of individuals who have overcome challenges and achieved their goals through perseverance and a positive attitude. These stories can inspire you to adopt a similar mindset and approach to your own challenges. By applying these strategies, we can begin to shift our attitudes and beliefs in ways that open up new possibilities for our lives. William James's insight into the power of belief not only illuminates the profound impact our attitudes have on our reality, but also offers a roadmap for personal transformation. By altering our beliefs, we can alter our lives, tapping into reservoirs of potential we may not have believed were within our reach. James's pragmatism, with its focus on the practical value of beliefs, provides a compelling argument for the transformative power of a positive, growth-oriented mindset, underscoring the capacity of each individual to shape their destiny through the power of belief. Freedom is what you do with what's been done to you. Jean-Paul Sartre, a towering figure in existential philosophy, posited that humans are condemned to be free. That is, we are thrust into existence without a predetermined essence or purpose, leaving us with the profound responsibility to define ourselves through our choices and actions. This foundational principle of existential freedom suggests that, despite the external circumstances that shape our lives, each of us has the ultimate authority over how we interpret and respond to those circumstances. Our essence, Sartre argues, is not something we are born with, but something we create through our actions. This view of human freedom is both liberating and burdensome, offering infinite possibilities for self-definition, while also placing the weight of our authenticity squarely on our shoulders. Central to Sartre's exploration of freedom is the concept of bad faith, a form of self-deception or the denial of one's freedom through the abdication of personal responsibility. Bad faith occurs when individuals fool themselves into believing that they have no choice but to act in a certain way, attributing their actions to external pressures or innate characteristics rather than acknowledging them as choices. For example, someone might stay in an unfulfilling job or relationship by convincing themselves that they have no other options, thus denying their freedom to choose a different path. Sartre sees this evasion of freedom and responsibility as a betrayal of one's true nature, as it involves lying to oneself about the reality of one's situation and the scope of one's freedom. The antidote to bad faith, according to Sartre, is authenticity, which involves acknowledging one's radical freedom and accepting the responsibility that comes with it. Living authentically means recognizing that we are the architects of our lives, responsible for our choices and their consequences. This acknowledgement forces us to confront the fact that if we are unhappy or unfulfilled, it is within our power to change our circumstances by making different choices. Embracing this level of responsibility can be daunting, as it leaves no room for excuses or blame. Yet, it is also profoundly empowering, as it affirms our ability to shape our destiny and live in accordance with our true values and desires. To embrace existential freedom and live authentically, consider the following steps. Reflect on your choices. Regularly take time to reflect on your life choices and ask yourself whether they are truly reflective of your values and desires. Are there areas where you are living in bad faith, denying your freedom by attributing your choices to external factors? Acknowledge your freedom. Recognize that in most cases you have the freedom to make different choices. Even in situations where your options are limited, you can choose your attitude and response. Accept responsibility. With the acknowledgement of freedom comes the responsibility for your choices and their outcomes. Embrace this responsibility, knowing that it empowers you to shape your life's direction. Define your values. Understand what is genuinely important to you. Defining your values can guide your decisions and ensure that your actions are aligned with your authentic self. Pursue authenticity. Strive to live in a way that is consistent with your true self. This may involve making difficult decisions or changes in your life, but authenticity leads to a more fulfilling existence. Seek understanding. Engage in continuous self-exploration and strive to understand your motives, fears, and desires. This understanding can inform your choices and help you live more authentically. Embrace uncertainty. Part of living authentically is acknowledging and accepting the uncertainty that comes with freedom. The future is not predetermined, and while this can be unsettling, it is also a space of limitless possibility. Sartre's existentialist perspective challenges us to take full ownership of our lives, recognizing that we are free to define ourselves through our choices. This view of freedom as an active, ongoing process of self-definition encourages us to live deliberately and authentically, constantly reflecting on our actions and their alignment with our true selves. By embracing our existential freedom, we accept the responsibility to create a life that is genuinely our own, free from the constraints of bad faith and rich with the possibility of authentic existence. As we journey through the landscapes of psychology and philosophy, exploring the profound insights of Carl Jung, Friedrich Nietzsche, Viktor Frankl, William James, and Jean-Paul Sartre, a mosaic of self-transformation emerges. Each thinker, with their unique perspectives, converges on the universal quest for self-awareness, the resilience to overcome adversity, the pursuit of meaning, the transformative power of belief, and the embrace of existential freedom. Together, they construct a framework for understanding the multifaceted process of becoming our fullest selves. Jung invites us into the depths of our psyche, highlighting the necessity of confronting and integrating our shadow for greater self-awareness and wholeness. Nietzsche champions the strength found in adversity, urging us to reevaluate our values and harness our will to power as a catalyst for growth. Frankl illuminates the path to finding profound meaning in life, even in the bleakest circumstances, offering purpose as a beacon through suffering. James reveals the profound impact of our beliefs and attitudes on our reality, advocating for the adoption of a mindset that opens doors to new possibilities. Sartre, with his existentialist clarion call, demands that we recognize our radical freedom to define our essence through our actions, challenging us to live authentically in the face of life's inherent ambiguities. This journey of self-transformation is not a passive voyage, but an active engagement with the very fabric of our being. It requires a willingness to delve into our life story, to wrestle with our challenges, and to emerge not just unscathed, but transformed. The journey is fraught with moments of discomfort, uncertainty, and even pain, but these are the crucibles within which our true selves are forged. To embark on this path is to embrace a lifelong commitment to growth, exploration, and self-discovery. It is to accept the invitation to craft a life that is not just endured, but lived deeply, richly, and with purpose. As we navigate this journey, let us draw strength from the wisdom of those who have walked before us, using their insights as a compass to guide our way. Let this exploration of psychology and philosophy be a beacon for those seeking to transcend the ordinary, to find harmony within, and to sculpt a life of profound meaning and fulfillment. You possess within you the power to transform your mind and, in doing so, transform your life. May you approach this endeavor with courage, openness, and an unyielding resolve to become the architect of your destiny. It's crucial to remember that the path of self-transformation is uniquely yours. It is a road paved with personal victories and insights, illuminated by the light of your own spirit. Let the stories and teachings of these great thinkers inspire you, but let your own experiences, reflections, and inner wisdom chart your course. You are the protagonist of your own life story, a story that is continuously unfolding, rich with potential for growth, discovery, and transcendence. Embark on this journey with an open heart and an eager spirit, ready to explore the depths of your being and the heights of your potential. The path to self-transformation is yours to walk, and every step, Every challenge and every triumph brings you closer to the essence of who you truly are.